Hello, everybody. Hi. Today we
Hello,
have a
everyone.
special guest, and she is actually my god sister, who is also in Singapore, and her name is Verlene. Verlene 姐来 introduce yourself.
Hello, good evening, everyone. And now I think the Singapore time is 5:15, right? And I hope you already had a good lunch just now. It's Mother's Day, so do something awesome for your mom lah. But actually, don't wait until Mother's Day lah. 有点太迟了. Do it all the time because
Yes.
do it actually every day like Mother's Day because um, you never know when is the last time you can do it for them.
Also, happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So Verlene 姐, do you mind introducing yourself? For example, like maybe your profession, something to do with yourself, like 你不用讲年龄啦，可能你就说你是做什么行业的，然后你有几个孩子啦？
I'll guess all. I'll guess all.
嗯
Actually, no need to guess. Uh, I don't know if you can figure out my age by how I look.
No.
Okay.
I would not say how old you are to my viewers, but I'm gonna say that you are young. Hey,
Age is just a number, please. Age is just a number. It's the
你儿子在看呢，
mentality and the heart that count.
你儿子在看呢。
Really? Oh, so you actually quietly tell him to watch.
No, no, I did not. 他现在在看，他现在在看，所以你可以跑出去叫他进来。听到没有？儿子，妈妈爱你嘞！儿子没有跟妈妈快点说，跑进来，快点，快点，跑进房间，快点跟他说一声，妈咪 I love you, Happy Mother's Day，
No,
快点，快点，我给你机会。他
like nobody open the door.
还没有，
Nope.
没有啊，等一下我打
Anyway,
电话我跟他讲啊。唉，
okay, I'm a happy mom of two.
嗯
I have one boy and one girl,
嗯哼
40 years old. And for
嗯哼
me, it's right. Never be afraid to tell people how old you are.
嗯
Okay, regardless how, because every single year marks a year that you have overcome another year in your life. Be proud to and be brave and just be transparent to tell people I'm 40, I'm 39, I'm 50, whatever. So what? That means you live good enough years on earth, right? To be very proud, to be bold enough to tell people I overcome another year on earth. And these are things I did and I'm accountable to myself, period.
That's true.
So, anyway, I'm a mother of two. I'm a preschool teacher. That's why my fun is like that. Very expressive.
Very free, very
And
outgoing. How come I can hear myself?
yeah, I can hear you too.
I mean, of course you can hear me. 开什么玩笑你啊？
Okay. And I enjoy teaching,
Mhm.
okay?
Mhm.
Because I've been teaching since year 2000 until now.
Mm.
Took a break last year from teaching. Did a job. Y'all
Mhm.
can make a guess, okay? For your comments, I think Ivan will be able to see. This job, right? You wear it in color. Okay, and yeah, all over Singapore. I think very easy lah. You can figure out already lah. Okay, I stop.
Okay, so here
Yeah.
吓到我听我自己的声音。Okay, so I just want to ask you, right? Um, what do you think of Mother's Day?
Mother Day is a day that, to commemorate all the efforts that's been given by the mom.
Hmm.
But regardless of that, right?
Mhm.
Every day, put on the mentality that what are some things that I can do for my mom?
Hmm.
Recently, I saw a Facebook post,
Hmm.
and it says that the call that people ignore the most are parents. Regardless whether it's a Father's Day or Mother's Day, don't wait until Father's Day and Mother's Day to, hey, mother, na, 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 na. Then
That's
it's
true. That's true.
hypocritical. Yeah, it's hypocritical. Don't do that. And recently I watched this show called The Mitchell versus Machines or something like that.
Yes.
I think it's called The Mitchells versus Machine. It's an awesome show. And the person made a statement. Can't remember his name.
I haven't watched. I'll watch it.
And he said that, oh, it was the robot. It was the AI,
Mm-hmm.
artificial intelligence. This robot, it says that 15% of the cord that has been in your the moms. If you have been doing about it, or like, wow. And when I was in my 20s, right, I was guilty of ignoring my mother's call.
Mm.
Mm,
Why?
I do. Because in the new busy, but come on, you people out there, don't play sane with me. I know a lot of people will do that. So the thing is, um, as years goes by,
Uh-huh.
we learn to slow down, we learn to smell the flowers, we learn to um, don't be so rush, chill a bit in life, lah, because it's very sad that, you rush your whole life. Then you ask yourself one question: You're busy with what? What are you busy with? There's
Mm.
nothing to be so busy about. What you can be occupied with a lot of things, but being occupied is a choice. What do you want to be occupied in? It's all a choice. So how it's one thing to be occupied. It's another thing to occupy myself meaningfully. So I would rather give the rest of my life to be occupied with those that I can love and those who loves me too. 因为如果你真的要花时间，right，你告诉你自己，那个时间花的值得吗？Is that time you give up valuable or not? Is
Mm.
it worth you giving out that time? You can have a zillion likes on Facebook. You can have 1 billion likes on Instagram.
Mm.
Do they really know you as who you are?
I
If they
see.
don't, so what?
Mm.
I'd rather have that 5 core people in my life or the 5 core sectors of human beings that
Mm-hmm.
I can, 5 core areas of human beings that I can really connect with. Number one is your family
Mm-hmm.
because you love them and they love you back.
Mm-hmm.
Although we don't always say, okay, I give you how much, you might give me back how much. It's not that. But somehow you know and you know that you invest into them, right? You know that they will invest back that love to you. And it's an exchange of investing that love towards each other. Okay, and it really counts. Then even if I suddenly had to close my eyes one more time, right? Is my life worth? It's worth it because I fulfilled my first call. Second, right, is of course friends that matters.
Mm.
Friends that matters. Whether is it my church friends, my secondary school friends who we still stay connected with. Have we done enough to build into each other's life?
Mm.
Whether is it our family, whether is it our these really close friends who are literally as close as your family. Did we did our part to build into their life? It's not just the hala hala, happy birthday, boom, do a lot of those kind of things, but in the good moments we can be together, but it's a great joy to have
Mm-hmm.
people who are there to share their hearts with you when you're down.
Yeah.
The unspoken words, they are there for you.
Mm.
And you're also there for them. You have to be there for them because they're there for you.
True,
Those
true,
are
true.
unspoken words, but they can value you. Even if you don't say it out, they can sense it, right? It's amazing.
Mm.
And you know you really live your life.
That's true.
Third, right?
Mm-hmm.
Third, I would say actually my colleagues, because I had to spend about at least 9.5 hours of your life with them every single day. True.
Yeah.
So the whole community, I mean um the whole company lah.
Mm.
Okay, the whole company, right? You need them, they need you lah. Somehow don't backstab each other 很累了，对不对
Yes.
Already so old already, stab each other so much for what 一起 backstab
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That sounds so busy. What? You know, just make peace with each other. And when you do a little something to help each other out, sounds idealistic, but doesn't mean it cannot be done. But it starts with yourself first. Because sometimes when we go around blaming everyone, you're the problem, but you didn't realize actually you're one of the main bitter person that started all these rotten things. That could even be yourself. So of course we don't be so paranoid that it's always my fault, eating the can of worms yourself. But sometimes it's a self-check or self-attitude.
Hmm.
If everything is accountable to yourself, right?
Hmm.
Then uh, how do you use yourself as a leader, like to influence the people around you? It will never be immediate, but takes time. And yeah, lah, it's the motherly side of me like that again, you know. And slowly but surely you will see change. Fourth, I would say, is the physical community.
Mm-hmm.
I say physical community first.
Yeah.
Physical community, your neighbors. No, 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 your neighbor there, right? You know, do you I ask you a question?
Hmm.
Do you know who is your neighbor? Do you
Uh,
know your neighbor?
I know who's my neighbor, but I don't know their name because I always call them uncle auntie only, and most of my neighbors are all older
Uncle,
than me.
auntie,
Yeah, older
by
than me lah
default
for
name.
sure.
Huh?
I know kind of wait so the opposite the neighbor opposite, right, directly opposite my house or my door, right, is a Chinese family. Uh, old lady living by herself because her husband passed on like sometime last year during COVID period, so there was no funeral or
Mm.
anything. So during that time, I was trying to approach her and trying to help her as much lah. So whenever her relatives or her children come over, right, I'll always greet them and always ask like how's the auntie, how's the ama, and things like that. So we kind of know each other, especially she also knows that my mother is not in Australia, and she always asks like, hey, one time, when is your mommy coming home? Tell her auntie want to talk to her. Auntie miss her. I was like, oh, thank you, auntie. I will let my mother know. And every time, the moment after she said that, I always call my mother and say, hey, mommy uh, 家对面 the auntie, the ama opposite our house say she miss you leh, want to talk to you leh, ask you when you come home. Then my mom be like, !aiya! When I come home, I'll talk to her one lah, kind of thing. Then obviously the neighbors at the back, I'll know whenever I walk over across their unit to like cross the road and stuff. I always say hi to them whenever they're outside. And especially when I play with the house, the resident stray cat that is like living outside their unit, right? Whenever I play with them and I see them, I always greet them. Yeah, so I I I'm I think I don't have to know their names because like we are not very close yet, but at least I still manage to, say hi to them and stuff. But let's come back to the Mother's Day thing. like 这个有点
Okay.
rabbit trail. so, mm,
I have a objective of saying all these things.
okay, can then
So
I'll
five,
let you continue.
it's called a virtual community.
Virtual community, okay?
You have a physical community, and now as the generation goes, there's also the
Virtual,
virtual community.
yeah.
Now, why do I say all this? We are not there to mother everyone around us. But from mother's love, what do we learn? It starts with a U, and the next acronym is L, unconditional love.
Oh, I was thinking unity, but now okay.
不要这样, so unconditional love, right? First start with the core, and the core actually comes from yourself. You exercise self-love. If you
Mhm.
don't even know how to mother yourself properly, you can't mother the people around you lah.
Mm.
So the thing is, sometimes need to have a self-check of understanding how to love yourself better,
Mm.
how to mother my body better, how to it's time to sleep, go and sleep. It's time to give my facial. I go and do facial. Time to trim my eyebrow. I go and trim my eyebrow. So
Mm.
mother myself, I don't even know how to mother myself. I go mother other people for what?
Correct. True.
Then
True.
how do I share that love to my family? My little children needs me. Um, mother's love is something that's boundless, and it often will create little ripples of love and joy
Mm.
that can bring forward other kind of positive effect. And whatever you do, the children learns from you.
Yes, that's
So
true.
yeah, so even in church, a lot of people actually call me Mama Pauline, especially the much younger sisters, because they find me very motherly.
Yes.
Okay, and some of them whether boyfriend relationship lah, and don't know what ting lah. Then somebody call me for the ting lah. Of course, you don't say that They shy me. I'm not gonna share openly. Okay,
Yes,
must
please
respect
don't.
people So in a way, yeah, it's like spreading mothers leave love this way.
Mm.
When it comes to what do I say, colleague? I will age, right? I'll become older, right? So
Mm-hmm.
definitely there will be colleagues who are younger than me, right?
Yes.
So I presently have this colleague. So previously I was with this company, and then I joined them back lah after the short break of 1 year.
Mm.
And there was this colleague, right? Her own mom passed away, and I
Oh.
felt so broken for her. So I thought it's okay. I know I'm not that age, but I'm more than happy to love you like a mom.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Then
That's
when you
very
talk
nice.
about physical community, I do community works too. Okay, and you won't be surprised, right? With seniors, right? You see, human beings, right?
Hmm.
We are like a circle like that lah. So we start off like baby, right? Then we become adult. Then somehow along the way, right, you'll find that when you go to a certain age,
Hmm.
become like a child again lah. Whether we want it or not lah, we all go there lah. Okay, so 不要吵. Okay, we
Yeah.
will all go there one.
Hmm.
So I find a great joy. And when I was downstairs, right, you would find some previously I served in the residence committee also. So I'm now changed my portfolio to serve in arts. So previously, when I was serving in the residence committee, in short, I think a lot of you who are locally, you know what's RC, right?
Hmm.
So there's a lot of aunties, a lot of akong, a lot of amas, and very cute one. They always come to me. When are we having the next event? So I'm talking about pre-COVID scenario. Okay, pre-COVID,
Yes.
pre-COVID, that means haven't COVID, Because I can bring, Okay, so I'll bring them here. I'll bring them there. Then it's very simple. Right? You just get a bus. Then you create many events for them, or sometimes block party, whatever the thing is, right?
Hmm.
And if that month you're a little bit busy, you didn't have something else, or you just can't plan to take a bus, then somewhere they'll park one or the so
I know.
yeah,
Remember,
very
I
very
went with you
very
guys,
silly
right?
all the
I went with you to Gardens by the Bay. We actually bought the elderlies over there, and then I had to convey messages with them. I have to tell them what to do, what not to do, and then after that, we actually could not even enter Gardens by the Bay. We literally went in. I mean, we couldn't even go to the what dome, right? I think that was the dome thing. I remember we were at Gardens by the Bay. We were just roaming around, and then we actually tried to queue up to enter uh, the the flower dome. And the disappointment was that some of us couldn't go in because of the long queue and stuff like that. And the elderlies were like really pouting, and then I have to like comfort them, say, 不用紧, it's okay one, we can come back another time. You all can come back again with your children. See the ticket, right? It's not just for today, it is for until like following week or so. So you can always ask your kids to bring your ask your children to bring you here, or you can bring your grandchildren here, no problem one, remember? And they were like, oh, okay lor, can lah, Ivan, you say one, can one, no problem. And that was a
so
moment when I felt
with
like,
that you exercise. You know what? With that you exercise fatherly love.
I mean, yes, but I was the whole point was I felt I felt like a bit disheartened because like we brought the people here all the way from your area, and brought them all the way to Gardens by the Bay, and they felt like so disheartened because they couldn't enter the whole the garden flower dome, which we kind of said like, hey, the whole excursion is to go into the flower dome.
I would say that the outcome is still good
Yeah,
because sometimes it's not just about the venue,
yeah,
it's always about the presence.
correct, correct.
Presence.
One moment, let me switch on aircon. It's like super hot now. Whew.
It's gonna be roast pork.
Yeah,
Uh, so tonight I can cook dinner
yeah,
roast
yeah, but not me.
pork. We travel to his place in the
Mm,
far west. I'm
okay.
from the far east.
Yes,
Then
that's why
I
we,
roast
we,
pork.
we have to talk on Zoom and not physical like my previous podcasts.
Yeah.
So yeah, about the motherly love, right? What do you think about um say say motherly figure? Because I know of people, right, and I kind of discussed this yesterday as well with my another co-host that I did a podcast with. They did say that, you know, um there are people who actually, lost their mother, was abandoned by their mother, had strained relationship with their mother and stuff like that, right? How do you think that, they can celebrate Mother's Day with who do you think they can celebrate with their mother with? Because I kind of did suggest that they can celebrate with someone who is in a way the behavior or even the instinct of a motherly person. For example, like for example, although I'm my god sister, I somehow and sometimes would also treat you like my mother in a way. Like I will also talk
Freak,
to
I'm so
you.
old.
I mean, I in a way, well, our age difference is not that far, but not that near
Seven.
either, right?
7 years. Lucky
7 meh?
7.
Ah, okay lah, 可以啦
是
，okay 啦。
是啊是啊 You want to tell don't want how old is
No, no,
he?
no, don't say, don't
I
say.
already tell.
不要
I
讲，
already tell. I
不要
also
讲。
know skin.
Okay. So yeah, I mean like, let's just, talk about how, how they can celebrate Mother's Day with someone else. Like for example, you know, uh for example, I celebrate Mother's Day with you. In a way, not physically, but we can always, celebrate Mother's Day in a way lah. For example, like you never know 等一下我打电话叫 GrabFood 来送蛋糕 example。
You take care lah, I come over lor.
哇，Hello，
I
有
buy
点
you
远，有
ice
没有？
cream.
我的房客煮晚餐了，我不可以，我没有来了。Yeah, maybe another time. We'll celebrate Mother's Day separately. You know, like when we fellowship and
You're
stuff.
here oh. You're
诶
here already oh.
Hello，我
The
带你
work
去
come
做
out ah,
pedicure
must come to
manicure
pass
咯，
one.
都做过了咯，这是什么啊这
That
个
one is called past tense. I
past
need
tense 是
present
吗
tense.
I mean, if I have already bought you to do a manicure and pedicure and it was just for a fellowship, why do you think we can always celebrate Mother's Day different and a different
And that was
time?
like, that was like last year or.
是
Ee.
last year 还是 2 years ago 啊 Last year right before
Yeah lah, confirm lah. I got
yeah
memory one.
oh
Eh,
okay
some
啦
more 7 years
你看
older.
哈 Daniel 你妈咪很会记得嘞，你不要让她生气哦，我很 stress 的，等一下你没有
Not
听
my
她话哈，她
mother
出气在我身上怎么办
Mother, in some things we got goldfish memory, but regarding some matters, right, we got
Like
elephant
elephant,
memory.
yeah I know right, so scary. See, even your son is laughing on my chat, he's like laughing non-stop, wow 我真惊了 !aiyo!
Okay, 洗掉。
听到没
Okay,
有？你妈咪讲
anyway.
你司机那了啊，你完蛋了你！快点进来，你快点跑进你妈咪的房间，她没有锁门的，快点跑去，跟她讲 Happy Mother's Day，给她一个 kiss，快点，她在等你啊，你看她在那边很 patient 的等你了。
Four, three, two, one.
没有，有 timing 的，有 delay 的，不可以这样的，快点 Daniel，快点，不要害我！来了。
Open the door and then close.
哎，Daniel。
Anyway, I come back to talk to you about that thing.
Yes.
First.
Sorry. 哦，进来了。
He is outside the door.
Yes.
He's behaving like crap like that, going, come out, going, come out, going, come out. I also don't know what.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Let's continue first. If your son happen to pop by, then we'll just stop.
And then to the bare minimum, you close my door, can. Eh. Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway. Stop lah. You're disturbing me. Huh? Okay. Let's go to the first part. You were sharing that things happens between maybe the mom and the child.
Mm,
Number one, I think if I see it from the mother's point of view, right?
mm,
The mother will feel very sad. Why my child cannot forgive me?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I mean, for example, maybe it's the mother's fault. Or example, the mother has chosen to forsake the example. Okay, for example, the mother
Things
has forsake the
always
family and stuff like that.
okay, I hear you, I hear you.
Mm,
So things always happens, but
mm,
if we are able to reconcile lah. Easy to say. There are also people that I ever encountered in my life where I was so angry that really you just don't want to see the person ever.
mm,
But forgiveness doesn't necessarily means that you have to immediately open the door, hug this person, kiss, hug, hug.
mm,
But forgiveness, right, is also a way of granting yourself mercy.
mm. True, true.
Because if you don't forgive, right, you're like taking a bag of potato that may just expire in 5 days' time and you put it in your bag. As time goes by, you just keep carrying that bag of potato behind you, your
Mm.
backpack. And as time goes by, potato will get rotten, I know.
Yeah, they'll get
Don't
moldy as well.
allow unforgiveness, regardless the matter, to rot the core of your soul
Mm,
because it's not worth it.
mm. That's true.
It's not worth it. Have I ever have encounter of people who I'm very, very upset with? Of course, I'm human. What? But do I have to bear this grudge with them for eternity? No, I shall do myself a favor.
Mm,
I shall love myself. I shall be kind to myself to forgive the person. I am kind enough to myself
mm,
to forgive the
mm,
person. Because if you don't forgive the person, you're being unkind to yourself.
mm.
Yes, you hear me right. You don't forgive the person, you are unkind to yourself.
Okay,
Because
so
once you throw it
sorry,
out, that's it
sorry,
already,
yeah,
mah?
sorry, yeah. Okay, so
Mm.
let me just say lah. For example, like say I am trying to forgive that person, but the person already closed the door. Then how should we go about doing it? Because for
That's why
example,
as
like
I mentioned, right?
mm,
Forgiveness first comes from self.
from self.
The
So
self
technically,
is
forgive yourself first. You
no, 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 no.
uh-huh.
Forgiveness of that person
Mm,
first comes from self
mm.
and self.
So for example, I had a grudge with
And
say my mother. What you're
mm,
trying to say is I should forgive myself first. Um, or
forgive, you hear my statement, forgive that person starts from self in the
oh,
sense
okay.
that
So I forgive that person in myself first lah. For example,
in my mind
in my
and
mind,
also in
I
your
have
heart.
this anger that is constantly brewing, but I try
It's
to
like every
cool that
time I
anger
think
down.
about this person, 我很想把那个拿来炸猪肉,
Then I will just in my mind I was
there
like,
are
I
people
forgive,
like that,
I
okay?
forgive, I forgive, I
And
forgive, I forgive.
it's like even if you're gonna see that person on the road, like oh, 想把这个王八蛋剁掉, those kind of thing. It's like
So
you make me
okay,
so angry, anger, but
so for example, like
release the person in your mind and release the
uh-huh.
person in your
So
heart. And
release
this
that
thing
person from your thought, as in really like forgive that person and release
from your mind and your
every negative
emotions,
emotions that you have in from your mind lah.
correct?
Mm,
Because you see, it's interconnected in a sense that how you feel will lead to what you think,
mm,
and what you think will also affect how you feel.
understand.
Okay, so it's a discipline of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a discipline of the emotion,
Okay.
because I mean, it's not just in this thing, but when you exercise the discipline of mind, I choose to let go of this anger that I have, this grudge that I have towards my mom. I choose to forgive you, mom, no matter how upset things may be, but it is in the past.
Hmm.
I cannot change the things in my past, but I can decide what I want
In
now
the
in the
future.
present, in the present,
Hmm.
so that it will not rot my future.
Hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense.
I cannot change whatever that is in my past, but I can deal with my present because my present will influence my
My
future.
future. Yeah. Okay. So another question is, for example, like those children or parents, right, who have strained relationship, a mother, or say, okay, have that has strained relationship with, say, their children, and I also seen that, okay, or rather, I have personally heard of stories where the parents are actually trying their very best to reconcile the relationship, to mend the strained relationship from with their kids. Okay, for example, like the parents, without talking, would always buy something, food, example, favorite food of the child, and maybe leave it by the door, by the kitchen, opening the door, placing the food by the child's study table, for example, like my study table, when I'm still sleeping, or example like that, they will put the food on the table and then just quietly leave. They quietly come in, place the food, quietly leave. And maybe I'm not sure if that the child could be ungrateful or grateful or something like that. But that child obviously has felt that, I think, okay, I would say, I think that the child also can feel that the parents are trying to reconcile with them, but I'm not sure if there's anything restricting them, for example, like say uh
Pride,
hmm,
pride,
pride
maybe.
or ego, or something along the line where maybe they feel that the parents don't approve of what they do, and hence they have this grudge against them, like, you don't approve, it's okay, I don't need your approval, kind of thing, and
Mm.
then I'll just do whatever I want lah. You want to give me food, give law, don't give law, kind of thing, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, I obviously have fought with my mother over kind of like a disagreement and stuff, but she always made the effort to uh try to, I how do I put this, um she'll try to amend the relationship with me by always preparing something that I want to eat, or she knows that I like to eat something. She'll always make to the point where she will either get it for me without me knowing, obviously, or cooking it for me knowing that I'm hungry, and she'll always cook that thing for me, or she'll cook that thing for me whenever she knows that I'm upset with her. And she will, without telling me that, you know that food is for me, she'll leave it on the table on the kitchen, and she'll tell my tenant to, like, tell my son to eat, I cook for him already, kind of thing. Those things that kind of really make me very touched, but at the same time I wish that she would have come to me in person and say, 儿子我煮给你吃了 kind of thing. But obviously knowing that some mothers have ego lah, so I
I
mean,
ask you a question. Did
mm,
you verbally tell her that?
in the end in the end I did tell her that, 妈咪，可是你煮东西可以跟我讲吗？为什么你要叫一个别人跟我讲 that 你煮给我吃 kind of thing.
Mm.
Then she said, 我哪里知道，你不要跟我讲话。然后我讲，妈咪，我虽然是生气，我不是小气 kind of thing. I told her lah that, Mummy, I may get angry with you. I may be angry with you, but I am not that petty to the extent where I don't talk to you. It's normally the other way around because, when she screamed at me, I am shocked to the heck where I will like, my mother is angry with me. Whatever I do, wow, so scary, man. So obviously, I would not talk to my mother because in fact, I will be scared to talk to her because you never know the next moment she throw a bottle at me or throw something at me. So that
把它踢掉了，然后
yeah, that point of time where 我会怕我妈妈 because 她喊我, and shouted at me at the at on on the top of her lung, where it shocks me, where I would be very scared to even talk to her. Yeah. But I know I normally I don't shout at my mother, or in fact I hardly shout at my mother at that point of time. Yeah, so yeah, in the end we did cry it out, and I said that, mommy, no matter what you do, you're still my mother. But I hope that you don't shout at me or throw things at me anymore. I am your son, your only son. Do you really want to see me die in front of you over things that you do? No, right? Then she say, okay, can I will not do. I will try not to, get angry over
I
you and stuff like that.
I just open up to when my own children. I'm not very sure if that's how your mom feels it, but when both my children
Mm.
um, they were in their preschool stage, right? I was guilty of shouting at them.
Oh,
Why? A lot of
why?
stress.
I think
Okay,
it.
stress
Mm,
is never an excuse for us to rant it at our children.
yeah.
But from one part or another, right?
Mm,
Come on, let's be factual. Don't play safe. A lot of us are guilty of that. Why? Because sometimes when when we don't manage stress, stress will kind of manage us
mm,
in one way or another.
mm,
Okay. So being factual about it, I shouted at Daniel, I shouted at Joy, my children. And that time I was like, it's just so freaking stressed. And I have to go and upgrade because if I don't upgrade, I cannot increase my pay. Then at the same time, struggling over finances. Then
mm,
need to pay for my house. Then a lot of things like So there's a lot of struggles in my mind. A lot of voices that's battling is like, okay, continue, don't continue. Shall I give up? Da, 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 da. My
mm,
children like that. Okay, why of all day you have to throw attention at me? I already very tired in school already. Why can't you just behave yourself?
mm. Yeah, I know.
A lot of scenario.
Yeah.
A lot of
But to me, my mother, to be honest, I don't think that I would say that she shouldn't have much of any stress. She didn't have to work. All she need do is just, take care of the house or even cook. If she wants to, she can cook for me. If she don't want to, she can don't cook at all. Yeah.
frankly, even if you see, I'm the main person who
Sole
earns in the
breadwinner. Mm.
okay. So topeng lah. My
Yeah.
husband due to health, he's the homemaker.
Mm.
Don't you ever think that
Homemakers don't
homemakers
have
out
stress.
there they don't have stress.
Yeah,
They
that's true.
have
That's true.
number one, they struggle with ego and pride.
And I
Just to
think
pause
also
here.
because they
Okay.
they also have a bit of I would say they might also develop depression because of things that they cannot do. Then in the heart they will feel like, why can't I do things? Why can't I be better? Why can't I, many of the things that maybe they have like inside them. So that's why they
And
feel stress.
there could also be a lot of unspoken frustration.
Hmm.
There are always frustration in life, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a word for it.
Yeah.
You don't have a word for it. So anyway, back then, yeah lah. So as I learned how to one thing, we are Christian, so I pray lah. So, hey God, I'm so sorry today I shouted at my children. I
Hmm.
didn't want all that to happen, and did not just do it once. I did not just do it twice. Come
Yeah.
on, parents, here. I know you did the same that I did. If you like feel nothing, you're so okay. Then I must worship you like God already. You feel nothing. So please, don't kind of bluff me.
Hmm.
Oh. Okay. So the thing is, yeah lah, factually speaking, right? Whether for homemakers out there, this generation, let's be open. Whether you're male or female homemakers, right? You guys
Hmm.
are doing a good job.
Yeah.
You guys are filling a traditional mother job. Okay? So I say happy Mother Day to you too, even if you're a father. Because
Yes.
you're filling a traditional mother job.
Correct.
Let's break the tradition. Let's break the mindset. And happy Mother's Day to you. And like the frustration I mentioned to you about, right? As I mentioned just now, I want to pause and I want to share is there's something called the ego and there's
Hmm.
also something called the pride. Ego and pride, they are different things.
Hmm.
Ego is a seed and pride is an outward expression. Ego is a seed that is something that's inside, and the pride is actually an outward expression of your ego. But there are different ways to define ego and pride. And
Okay.
This is my version now, okay? You have yours, okay? Everybody have their own guru, okay? You be your own guru, I be mine. So anyway, so this is how I understand. I used to be someone with a huge ego because
Really?
I tell you, yes, Capricorns are like that. Our ego is freaking strong and big and
But
fat.
我认识
Okay,
你的时候 when I know you that time you never had this. So this was
we
before.
we have ego one, but the thing is, a lot of internal fight.
Ah, okay,
Ah,
okay.
and then when we feel that people challenge us, then you see our pride come out. We are like talent war.
Mm,
Okay, I can do one. And then
yes, yes,
that's
that's
why you
true.
see the pride come out. And some of the fights are actually simply unnecessary lah. So as time goes by, you don't bother already lah. So yes. Anyway, there is a difference between ego and pride lah.
Yep.
So going back to your mommy's case, right?
Mm,
There could be a certain unspoken fight that she could be having inside that she don't know how to tell you. It doesn't justify the shouting, but the thing is, because she's also frustrated with herself that she cannot converse well with you on that.
mm,
Okay, it is true because sometimes, right, there are some things that I can sense from my child that they were like, I don't know how to tell this to my mom, and there will always be something that I don't know how to tell this to my children. I mean, it's part of relationship, which applies, whether you're husband and wife, your boyfriend and girlfriend, your children, grandparents, and whatever that is, we call it relationship.
mm.
Okay, there will always be this something that we don't know how to tell this person.
Yeah.
What is the best language to just fill in the gap? Sometimes it's just love, law.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
if you don't have a word for it, right? I promise you, if you do this today, you start exercising this, right? Slowly, but surely, people will scold yourself for it, huh? At the beginning, okay, because it's not really an Asian culture thing. But as time goes by, right, the person will be softened.
Yeah. That's
It's
true.
called hugs. It's called love.
Mm.
Because when you love the person enough, right, you send that vibe over to 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 overcome that frustration. It's like
Mm.
I don't understand mom or son or daughter. I don't understand what frustration you have right now, but I need you to know that I'm here
Yeah.
and I love you.
Yeah. So ever
It's the
since
person.
my mother, marry my stepfather who is an Angmo, right? I have learned to kind of she has kind of learned to express herself, although sometimes could be forced by my stepfather to like show her expression, her love of expression of
More
love to
thing
me.
lah.
Yeah, it's the Angmo thing
More
lah.
thing
So she will come and call me, and then after that she will say, okay, bye, love you. Then she'll hang up the phone before I can love you back or something. She'll always hang up the phone first, and I'll get like 很 like 我的妈妈跟我讲 I love you 嘞，我被 shock 到嘞，10多年没有跟我讲过 I love you,
讲过 right?
Then I'll be like
Yeah.
whoa, okay, that is powerful. Like, ever since she married my stepfather, she started saying love you. But before I can say love you back, she always end a call. So before she, okay, then I'll like, oh, okay, mommy, love
I
you, bye
don't
bye.
give you a chance to
Yeah,
say back, I love you.
I was quickly like, okay, mommy, I love you also, I love you also. Then she'll like, I love you, yeah, bye 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 bye. Then she'll hang up the phone. Yeah. So that was a point where I was like, my mother has finally learned to express herself like whole like that lah. So whenever she come back to Singapore, whenever she flies to Australia before COVID, whenever I can, send her off and things like that, I always will give her a hug and I'll say, ah, mommy, oh shit, I'm gonna tear up. I'll always like give her a hug and I always tell her, mommy, um, I miss you. I'll miss you, okay? I will wait for your food. I'll wait for you to cook my favorite food when you come back to Singapore. And she will always like Hana Hana 知道啦知道啦 kind of thing. Like it will make me feel like Mommy, I really miss you, Like kind of like if you
Eh hang na.
yeah,
Ayo.
God. I always say like, Mommy, can
Oh
you
my
come back,
god.
kind of thing. And she'll always say like, 哎呀，会的啦，会的啦. Even until the extent where now it's COVID, right? When I told her that Mommy is COVID, time to come back to Singapore, she always say like, !aiya! It's okay one, don't need to come back. She is okay to be there. But for me, it's like I need you here. It is COVID. I want you
Miss
here
her
with me.
lah.
Yeah, I miss her. I want her to be safe as well. And as you all know, Singapore was pretty much safe, right? So I was like, "Mummy, 你回来新加坡 is so much better. 你在 Australia
The country
我很担心."
not safe, meh?
Australia
Australia not safe,
is relatively safe now lah, but then again, in order to come back to Singapore, right now Australia don't even have travel bubble in Singapore, and Australia blocked all other Asian country from going. And she, as much as she wants to come back also, because she has administrative stuff to do in Singapore, she can't come back. And I have trouble helping her with it because not just of SingPass issues, but other issues as well. And it makes me feel like, 我真的很 helpless in a way. Things that I can do, but I cannot do because she's not here. Yeah. And sometimes like on my birthday, she normally would cook something for me. And for the past 3 years, coming 3 years, she has not been cooking for me because she's not in Singapore at all. And she has not been, singing birthday songs for me. Even though I'm a grown up, I still want my birthday songs from my mother. Okay, guys, don't judge me for it. I mean, I'm
oh,
sure Ferlin, you would,
it's
right? You
no
won't
matter how
sing
old you are, what?
yeah, it's like your parents singing happy birthday to you. Your mother, your mother. She the one who gave birth to you. I want to
Ah,
celebrate my birthday with her, you know.
okay.
And because of the COVID, I've not been able to celebrate my birthday with her. I've not been able to,
Mm.
you know, hug her or say, "Mommy, thank you for giving birth to me" and stuff like that. And it really hurts me kind of a lot, especially on my birthday when she'll call me and just say, Ivan, happy birthday 祝你生日快乐快点找到老婆 kind of thing. I was like, 哎呀
Yeah, 快点找到老婆 I help your mother to nag you. 快点找到老婆
you see, this is why I don't want to. Ah, ah, yeah,
You
yeah.
will come
So
lah, will come will come one lah.
yes, yeah.
!aiyo!
So I mean like for
Hey, anyhow find you go and find what rubbish for. I also I don't want to own I don't want to own this kind of little sister. Disgusting.
okay, yeah. So I mean like I had an ex-girlfriend, right, who has problems or who had issues where she don't want
Mm.
to be a mother or she don't want to be a wife, and because of um her upbringing per se, and I kind of feel bad for her that she feels a lot of ways like she will think that she won't be a good mother if she ever have a children. She don't want to she don't have children because she don't think she'll be a good mother because her mother uh was a bad influence to her and did many negative things that have impacted her in her life. And and I feel that you know oh yeah, your son just said please don't do that to me.
Do what?
I don't know something 啦，可能是don't nag at him for 找不到 girlfriend or something or something.
Son, you are 15. I don't bother to do that to you now.
Yeah, you're too young. Wait till you are twice the current age you are.
Uncle Ivan is a different age.
Okay, continue. Continue. 来 continue.
Different age.
Okay, full stop right. 没有 continue 啦。你的儿子都在那边拔
Much
头发
older
了。
than you.
His emote is the 拔头发 emote, you see. 看到没有？拔头发 emote. So yeah.
Daniel, I will remember this day. Thank you.
Mm. I mean, yeah. So I mean like I really liked that ex-girlfriend, right? To the extent where I was really really ready to even
Marry her.
uh marry her. But I did tell her the things lah, like if she at first told me that she didn't want to get married, and I told her why did you not want to get married? Then she told me all the backstory of her childhood lah, and she said that all this childhood that she had giving her this, would is it considered PTSD in a way, post traumatic syndrome disorder kind of thing, that she will feel like I don't want to be a mother because of what my mother did. I'm scared to be that I will end up becoming like my mother. I don't want to have children
That's
because
from
mm,
okay, you see, early childhood we study about child development, right?
mm,
child development has something to do with human development lah. So
Correct?
there was one lesson I remember we actually talked about this as well. You can call it a reverse cycle, but all chains can be broken by a choice.
Mm.
Easy? Of course not lah. Of course not.
But you
But the
need to
thing
take the
is,
first step lah.
mm, and of course, with supportive people, and most importantly, the person himself and herself.
Mm.
But the belief 啊，因为你都不相信你自己，你就算大神下来、大仙下来，我说
Yeah.
so yeah, it starts from self.
Mm.
So
So I would say self-forgiving lah, like what you said earlier, forgiveness come from the self first, right? In order for all these things to happen, in order for all these things to break through, like if you really want to break through, I would say that you really need to forgive yourself first.
forgive yourself is one.
Mhm.
If that thing comes from you, whereby you feel very bad about the situation,
Mhm.
you have to learn to forgive and let go of that thing.
Mm.
But the one that I referred to earlier was to release the anger you have towards the other party first from here
Mm. Okay.
and also
Can.
from here. So that is the point I want to bring across.
Mm.
Um, how long you going to be angry? I mean, you ask yourself how long more you need to be angry.
Mm.
Some people is like, the person deserve it, huh? Just deserve it. The person is so terrible. Huh? Blah, 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 blah. So
Okay.
what?
So let's just jump back a bit to the topic, right?
Yeah.
So for example, like the parents, right? The children is unable to forgive the parents, right? What do you think the parent can maybe do? Or should they give up? Should they try to one step at a time, try to salvage the relationship in a way or anything like that?
Mm, it really has to come from both parties
Okay.
because it takes two hands to clap,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know. So as much as the person want to do a lot of things,
Mm,
but if the other person is like, 我就不要了, I just don't want, I angry, I just angry until I go into the coffin,
mm,
then, so there's only so much you can do.
mm,
So sometimes forgiveness of others or when in terms of what's the word I want to use? Okay, say you want to work on that relationship, whether is it with a family, with a friend, or etc. etc. The word is reconcile. You know, regardless what what framework of relationship you are talking about,
mm,
first reconcile here. Okay, even if the person don't forgive you,
mm,
even if,
mm,
but the reconcile first comes from here. You already did your part. As long as you did your part,
mm.
let go and you tell yourself you had did your part.
Okay.
Because whether the person want to forgive you or not is a whole different story. Then that person wants to hold on to the rotten potato is that person's pasa. It's that person's problem. You did your part. So that's the core thing. The main objective is did you do your part? You did, right?
Mm,
Move on.
okay. Can. Thank you. So do you want to share a Mother's Day message or to say for example your mother or say to any mothers out there?
My mommy, as a matter of fact, is just in my kitchen now.
Oh, hello
But I
auntie.
just now already, but I'm in the bedroom lah, so you
Yes.
cannot hear lah. So
Ah.
the thing is, just now I expressed a lot to my mom already lah.
Oh, okay. Daniel 叫你妈咪
So
叫阿妈叫外婆进来。
so the thing is,
The thing
I think
is.
at the end of the day, right, don't have
Uh-huh.
our parents,
Mm,
whether you love your parents or whether you're upset with your parents, don't forget you don't even exist
without them.
without them.
Yeah.
Whether is it by accidental they have you, in those cases whereby, oh, I accidentally have you one, so I have to pass out you to another person. Then think about it, lor. At least the person wants to give you a life. When a life is given, right, and your life didn't turn out well, right, you don't blame that parent who gave you that life.
Mm.
Ask yourself, how did you manage your life?
Mm.
She or he is not responsible with how you manage your life. You
Mm.
are.
Mm.
Whether the present you, right, bitter, sour, happy, loving, whatever that is, right, is how you manage your life.
Mm.
The person who bring us to earth, right, her part is to be responsible, to be pregnant with you and nurture you and take care of you until you're old enough to feed yourself. So please, you're already at the age you're old enough to feed yourself. Please go and feed yourself. Okay? 不要做
你在
寄生虫。
说我吗？你在说我吗？
我不是讲你哦，你有做工的，哪
哦
来的虫？
哦，我吓
我不
到我嘞，
会跟虫
我还以为你意思浅浅在说我嘞。
I will never befriend a person who is a piece of shit. Okay.
Oh, okay, thank good. I am not a piece of shit yet. Whew, whew. 吓到我有没有？Yeah, so yeah. Um.
Bear a grudge with them
Mm,
if they have no choice but to give you away.
mm.
Or would you rather have a 变态 parent when you were a baby, right? They 变态, they beat you, hit you up, and put all the frustration, kill you, and the worst,
I
right?
mean, to be honest, I would
No,
rather not have this kind of parents. If I have a choice, I would
yeah,
also, yeah.
because I do came across cases whereby it's quite heart aching that the parents they have no choice, they have no money,
Mm,
so they have no choice but to give the child away. It's not they don't hate the child, but they don't have the finance to do that.
yeah,
What stuff together and die lah? No, right?
yeah. I
So
think
that is
it's more important
precisely
that
the
the
reason.
parents can have a stable footing before they, you know, bring the child back to their life if they can. I mean, and also the child have to be understanding enough, or at least know that, the parents couldn't afford to bring them up, hence they had to, put them somewhere else. But now the parents is able to support themselves and the child, then they, yeah, I mean, some kids will be like, yeah, you when I was young, you didn't want me. Now I am like what, 7 years old, 10 years old. Now you want me back. I don't want already. I don't even know you. I mean, I even know the uncle auntie better, and I call them papa mama. I never even call you papa mama. I never even met you before, kind of thing. And it,
Ouch.
yeah, I mean, that in that case, it would hurt the parents because. I mean, yes, it will hurt the parents, and the child will be very confused, like who is my actual parents, right? I also know of people who did not know that they were adopted until when they
Much
about to
better
get
lah.
married. Yeah, until they were much older and matured, and even to the extent where they were about to get married, then they found out that they were not they were adopted. I mean, that's a bit exaggeration, but we would actually know that there are such cases lah. And also there are people like when they go to the hospital for the first time in their whole life, when they had to like and stuff, then they found out that my birth parent is actually my supposedly brother and his ex-girlfriend.
Wow.
I had a friend who had a child with with his ex-girlfriend or a fling, and his son became his brother because he was still young at that point of time, and the woman actually just left the kid and disappeared, lost
And
contact.
I think that your friend is amazing to
Yeah.
be a guardian in a form of a brother.
Yeah, and
He's
and
doing
and
a
his
good job.
parents have to take care of the grandchildren as their own children. The grandson have to call the grandparents papa mama instead, you
And
know.
that's so 伟大, right?
Yeah, they didn't even know, and the grandparents didn't mind, I was when I heard that story, I felt so pain in my heart. I felt so much misery, like, why
And I hope
why
the
why
child
this
don't like
happen.
hate the father lah.
I
Hor.
really do not. I really hope that the child in I mean, I think the child would be mature enough and could be as old as Daniel
First
now.
of all, the father never throw him away at all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the
He
most
could
important thing. The
conveniently did that,
parents,
There are really people like that.
his love was so, I feel, unconditional that, he would make sure that his brother has food to eat, has a shelter to live in, and did not have trouble living. That is really, really important. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys know, but I actually had a stepmother who actually kicked me out of the house in the middle of the night by calling the police and telling the police a lie that say that I am a tenant and I do not pay for my rent. And the police, because I'm not the homeowner, the police had to ask me to leave, and I had to pack up my clothes in the middle of the night, um, late 11 p.m., where my own birth father, biological father, could not bear to see the fact that I was kicked out of the house. He pretend to be busy at work. He um he yeah, he pretended to be busy at work. And when I called my mother on my mobile, she did not pick up the phone. She was busy as well. She was apparently busy at a karaoke joint. She was singing her heart away. She did not know that I had an issue like that before, or rather, she did not expect my stepmother to kick me out of the house in the middle of the night. And I had to pack my clothes, carry my school bag and everything, and take a cab all the way to my mother's place. And then I did not even have money to pay for the taxi fare. I had to ask my tenant, um God bless my tenant, they are very, very nice couple, to pay for my rent, pay for my taxi fare first, and then after that I asked my mother to pay the tenant the money, you know, and stuff like that. My tenants was very felt so sorry for me that they made sure that I was like okay before they went back to their room and sleep.
Oh,
And my
that's very
mother was
sweet.
so furious with my father that she called my father, and my father said some very hurtful stuff that about me lah. Say that, 有没有 this son have or not? No problem. I have many multiple other sons out there, uh, waiting to call me father. And at that point of time, I was super duper hurt. I cannot believe my father said such thing. But I, of course,
I'm
tried
grateful
to
that your
forgive.
parents created you to be the most wonderful brother to me.
Thank you. I tried to of course I tried to forgive my father. I tried to say things like, you know, even my father says something like that, I'm sure he, you know, didn't really mean it. As much as to now, to the extent where I still don't talk to my father because 2 years ago, before COVID happened, um um my grandmother, my only paternal grandmother left, that she passed on and left us after a series of issues. And my parents, or rather my father's side, my paternal relatives, did not see eye to eye based on the inheritance, and I was supposedly part of the inheritance, and they kind of like cheated or eat the money away. I tried to ask for a reason, like, if there is proof that, why you all do this, instead of, because the inheritance was rightfully mine, but you all say that it is not, just because you guys are the adults. And they didn't say much. And when I text my father and asked him for a reason, just nice the cousin.
Yeah,
Hmm?
continue to talk, okay? Continue
Okay,
to talk, I pass. Yeah.
okay. And then when this happened, right, my cousin, who happened to be at scene, called, was recording a message, or record the message for me, and just nice it recorded this um message. And the message said that, was like, my father was asking my cousins, was asking his sisters lah, hey, my son sent me this message, how should I reply, or should I reply at all? And then when my auntie voiced out and read the message out loud, um then after that, they said something which was, to me, felt absurd. They said that, !aiya! Confirm is the mother asked him to send one, or confirm is the mother sent one. I was so furious, I immediately called, sent a message to my father and said, the message that I sent to you was sent by me alone, nothing to do with my mother. And then I let my mother know about this incident. She was so furious, she on Facebook cursed my paternal relatives, which, to be honest, when at that time I was I was like, but bridge has been burnt the moment you insulted or accused my mother of this. Like, the bridge has been burnt. I don't even care. You don't even need to call or explain to me. They tried calling me and asking explain to me. I was like, no, I don't even need your explanation. I don't even need to entertain your call. I just hang up the call. Like, or don't I don't even pick up the call. Then they asked their children, my cousins, to call me because they know that I'm close to my cousin. They asked my cousin. they got my cousin call me and ask me, and I just tell them lah, it's okay because the thing is your parents burned the bridge already. You caused this thing to happen. Your parents caused this thing to happen. I don't need to do anything. Okay, I can forgive your parents for all I care, but the thing is I don't want to talk to them. There's nothing to talk about anymore. Please tell them don't contact me. Yeah, even my mother, they tried to contact my mother. My mother will just also tell them, you all have done um the great unforgivable sin ever. Do not contact me or my son ever again. We do not want to do anything with your family. And that was a point of time where my mother told me that it is okay. Even though you don't have them as your family, you still have me. And I was like, wow, I was so happy and at peace when I heard those words because, you know, my mother never really told me something like that before. And the moment when she said something like that to me, I felt like, wow, oh, 谢谢你, mommy. If not for you, I think I really don't know go where, gone case already. I could have done the greatest unforgivable sin ever, like murder or plotting to murder people. And because what she said, I forgo all the hatred harbored in me to the extent where I was like, yeah, 反正我妈妈都讲了 we are both me and my mother are the only person that I can consider family. 手已经是 lift up, I wash my hands off these people 了了. Yeah, so I think most importantly lah, I think my mother has shown kind of herself to me. She has raised me to the extent where, I finally know who to trust, who not to trust, um, and how to how to treat a woman right, how to be nice to a person who is a mother especially, and even to fathers. Yeah. And also she has taught me many many things that maybe other parents have not taught me. How to survive, how to make sure that I can I can survive out there in this harsh reality, in this harsh world, you know, like uh, things like, for example, uh, some people may not treat me good, but I have to treat myself good, better. Like, um, like, I buy ice cream. Remember, I bought like 3 tubs of ice cream to your place, right? And I
You always
wasn't
do that
even,
again.
huh? 什么?
I'm waiting. More ice cream.
Excuse me, 你等久好不好？哇，那个 ice cream 几贵一下。I
喵。
mean, my 一两次 okay lah, not like every time, right? Then like um yeah, I wasn't expecting any returns or whatsoever, right? And my mom actually called me and then she said like, 俊伟啊，你买 ice cream 给人家吃啊，你妈咪不用啦。Then I was like, 你又不在新加坡, I said like, you are not in Singapore, I have to buy ice cream for you, right? Then she said like, 哦，不用紧，等我回来 wait till I come back, right? Then you buy ice cream for me. Then I was like, okay 咯，你要回来，你回来的时候再来讲哦，then 到时我带你去吃好料 kind of thing. And trust me lah, every time my mother say this kind of nonsense to me, right, when she come back she always say, don't waste money lah, don't waste money ah, money hard earned one, your money hard earned one.
Because sometimes mummies, right, especially of that generation,
Mm,
it's what you say in Chinese, 找话题 lah. Because sometimes when they don't see you for a period of time, right, they want to talk to you, they want to know what's going on in your life,
mm,
but they don't know what to say. So
yeah,
Sana, I think you're still watching this, right?
he better be.
Sometimes, right, often I think, actually from young, right, from when you guys are very, very young, right, I always want to talk to you all, right? Yeah, your mommy can be a very talkative person, okay? But the thing is, sometimes until whole day come back, very tired. It's not that I talk to you all, but and I also want to know what to talk to you all. But
Mm,
it's very strange one. Sometimes you just don't know what to say.
yeah.
So, yeah lah, like what Uncle Ivan's mommy did 咯，找话题咯。
Mm.
So sometimes 只是在找话题
Yeah, I mean
and then
it's really
sometimes
important
the
for
mom
for
is
sorry. I
sometimes
mean
the mom is bickering with you is also fun.
Yeah.
Just like for nothing, my son, and he like, and then to me it's like
Oh, please
funny.
don't pinch me. I have I think I am very sensitive to pain and all this, so I prefer not to. But yeah,
You're not my son.
yeah, thank goodness. Whew, whew. Daniel, good luck to you. All the best to you. God bless you.
But
Yeah.
I
So
you're cheap because you're cheap so fat. I mean,
我有酒窝了嘞。See, see, see.
make it deeper.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, for those people who want to be mothers, I think you all need to really understand that being a mother, I would say, uh wouldn't be it's not an easy road to go. It's not an easy path for sure. It's going to be a painful process. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be hard. But I'm very sure there are places, there are people, there are other mothers that you can talk to with regards to this, because I know of personally, like Feline right here. She can definitely be a person to talk to. I have my cousins who has gave birth to two beautiful daughters, and her second daughter, her youngest daughter, is just like what, 3 months old, 2 months old, and she's being very awesome and loving. And she never one day, actually she did kind of complain lah, okay, but let's just say that she did not really complain much lah, saying that 哇生了女儿很辛苦啊 give birth to my children ah, like want to die like that. She never ever once complained that or regretted um the decision to have another child. I also know of other people who want to have children and couldn't have because of certain reasons or certain unexplained reasons. Um, I would still kind of say that, you guys should try and do it, like try again. Maybe it's just, um, for some reason you cannot, the time is not right, because some people believe in the timing, right? Say example 风水 八字 or even God's timing. Some people say that it's really God's timing. God wants to test you, kind of thing. Okay, and I feel that, um for my case, I think it's really God's testing me. He's testing me with everything that I have, like be it on my mental, my physical, my appearance, or even my outcome in life. It's all tested.
Appearance is just a very small part. Appearance is a very small part.
Yeah.
So, time, applying to all singers out there, 全部的 singer, okay, not just one year, okay, but applying to all singers out there, sometimes it's a self-checking, but do we feel that at this season when we are attached, right, 是福还是一个祸?
Mm.
Is it a blessing or is it an invite of a rotten something to come, because sometimes in life there are things in us that we have to deal with
Mm.
before that 缘分 will come.
Yeah.
Because if you don't deal with that thing, right, no matter how hard you try, right, you can like anyhow just grab one, you go to the no nowadays got what all the attachment apps, right? Which I didn't bother to go out there. I already married. I go for what? So the thing is, all these ding dong webs which I heard from my single friend. So
Mm.
the thing is, you can hook yourself to 1,000%, but it's still a self thing first. From your core, right? It's like a magnet. Chinese is say 物以类聚, 物以类聚. That
哇，
means
听不
what
懂。
kind of person you are, you will tend to draw what kind of person.
Okay, so for example, if I'm a say toxic person, do I attract toxic person? That's what you're trying to say, right?
Then don't go and complain. How come people around is so like that? Yeah.
So, okay, I got a question. Do you think I'm a toxic person?
No, you're
Never,
sweet.
really? Really? Okay. I mean, 你是我干姐啦，
I'm a
我相信你
factual
的
person,
话。
right?
Hmm?
You know
Sorry?
I'm a fact.
Yes,
You
you are.
know
Yes, you
all
are.
about factual, upfront.
Yes. Yeah.
To stupid people, I can be very assertive. Stupid, ah. beyond.
I know who you're talking about, but yes.
Yeah. So the thing is, no, I find you a very pleasant person.
Thank
You
you,
had
thank
the
you,
sweetest heart ever. For you,
thank
I
you.
felt it's time
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
because if it's not right for you, I thank God the thing has moved away. If it's not right for you, I thank God the person moved away because surely, as I say to you, the right one that is of equal yoke will come to you. Three words: in, you,
Time. Induce season.
season.
Okay, can. All right, so
And
I think we kind of like hit.
overrun the time.
Oh, no, yeah, we can run, we can make it longer if you want. I don't mind. 反正我是等一下，反正我的饭已经是煮好了，就是等我去吃而已。It's okay one.
No,
Yeah.
I think in a nutshell,
嗯
to all you singles out there, don't be in a rush to find that right person
嗯
because 是你的就是你的 no matter what a big circle you're gonna go, right? Come on, this world is round. But it doesn't mean you just sit in your house and sit there rotten, hide yourself, seal up. God also cannot help you lah. But the thing is, 是你的就是你的. Whatever will come to you will come to you. Because why? The earth is
Wow.
round.
Yeah.
It's big. It rotates 365 degree. If you guys meant to be together, right? You'll be together lah. But
嗯
there's some relationship in life, right? Um, if you're already having one, please don't ever piaka, okay? You really hurt that person.
Yes. Yes. That's true.
And don't ever piaka and try to get rid of your present one in the name of 我们忽然间性格不合, those please don't drop.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
It
Okay.
happens all the time.
Yes. Okay.
But
So
there are
so
very
for
her,
Lin
but
Jie, I got one last question for you. Or one last question, technically question for you. Do you have any last parting message for everyone out there for this Mother's Day? Um, be it for anyone, to be honest. Do you have any like messages for them to say Happy Mother's Day or something like that?
to all moms out there, I know quite a number of you could be struggling out there. Or maybe your spouse may not understand you. Maybe it could be finance. Maybe there could be mm, you have a special need child at home, which takes so much from you, but you just never give up that child because you choose to bring that child to life and you're already mentally prepared to to take care of the child as long as you can.
Mm,
No matter what situation you are in, right? I want you to know you are amazing.
mm,
Three words that I can give to you, right? That after many times when I face something that's really hard, you know, there were challenging times in my marriage, in my job. Yeah. I mean, in this world, there's many situations going on,
mm,
whether it's a job, whether it's in marriage, whether it's some sudden occurrence of encounters, you know, whatever that is. Don't give up on your marriage because since you choose to be together, you choose to say the vow to each other. Don't ever let go to each other because for you to be able to come together, what is that odd chance
mm.
considering how big this earth is?
Yeah.
So don't give up.
It's,
Don't give
unless
up.
it's unless it's arranged marriage lah.
Okay, don't break my thoughts.
Oops.
And, and if you have that child that is so difficult to manage,
Mm,
whether it's in special needs or it could be you're already bottled out with so many stress inside you and you don't have that channel to speak to, right? Do open up yourself to call someone. Sometimes the ego Just now I talk about ego is the seed, the pride is the outward expression.
Yep.
Don't allow the ego to eat you up,
Yep.
to find that 很没有面子的，跟人家讲很丢脸。You'll be surprised that it is actually more than okay because there's always someone out there who is so willing to hear you out.
Yeah.
The person may not be able to solve your problem because we are all not gods, but it's great to find that someone but you must first be open now,
Yeah.
who, who value your pain. They may not understand your pain, but they value your pain. If you
Mm.
can find that friend, right, I think it's good enough because they value your pain.
Yeah.
They don't shove your pain. It's okay, times will go on. That is fake positivity.
Mm.
Fake positivity is a toxic positivity. Don't go for people like that. It's shit, okay? Don't go for that. But find people who will value your pain and hear you out. Not necessarily be the guru, who will give you tons of advices. Sometimes too much advice, right, is noise.
Mm.
Okay, just find that someone who will value your pain.
Mm.
Don't give up, and don't give up on the child, no matter how hard. Regardless, is it finance, is it how difficult, or other things that bottoms up the frustration in you.
Mm.
Some parents or some mummies, you may be venting that anger on your child and you are indirectly even scolding yourself, why am I doing that to my child and you feel so bad? Then stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop. Really stop. Stop doing that. Stop. Okay. Love your child and love yourself enough to stop. Stop. Really stop.
Mm.
Okay. But stop. Also, you must find your channel to help you. When you know how to help yourself, you will know how to help your family.
Mm.
Give your mind a holiday if you need to. Learn to give your mind a holiday. Because as moms, even as dads out there who happens to hear this, single mom, single dad, if you happen to hear this, learn to give your mind and your heart a holiday sometimes.
Mm. Sometimes
Sounds
taking a break is very important also, I feel.
Don't feel bad to take a break.
Mm.
You have many deadlines to meet. I know. I also have deadlines to meet. But easy to say, I know. But if you don't exercise it, you will pass out someday.
Mm.
So give yourself a holiday. When you know how to love yourself, you will know best how to love the people around you.
Mm.
And that's what will make you an even better mommy and daddy. You're already doing a great job providing for them, giving them a house, mm, giving them education. I think you guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Just don't ever give up in yourself because, and learn to open up your pain to your children, not as in pouring out the toxic on them, 不是, no. But hey, actually, I know Asians don't really do that, right? But it's actually don't let your ego eat you so that you will release a negative pride on them. But open up yourself, talk to them and say, hey, Daniel, hey, Joy. Sometimes I will talk to my children like, hey, Daniel and Joy, I may have a very difficult day today. You don't be surprised, okay? They will suddenly change their behavior. I think I'll be less cheeky bum today. Give my dad and mom
Mm.
uh,
True, true, true.
and you don't be surprised that they really know how to behave themselves that day.
Yeah, I mean,
They are
if I
five
can
years
see
old.
that my mom, right, for example, if I can see that my mom is having a really bad day, I will normally try to keep don't disturb her or don't try to avoid talking to her so that she won't accidentally explode on me. But at the same time, I will like ask her, "Hey, mommy, 没事吧?" kind of thing. Like whenever when she slammed the door suddenly, I'll be like, "What happened to her?" I'll be knocking on the door. You know, if I hear her sobbing, then of course I know something is not right. Then I need to comfort her. I will have to comfort her. But if I hear her screaming, shouting, you know, under her pillow, I'll be like, okay, let you cool down first. You know, like let you cool down. Then maybe an hour later, then I go and check on you or something like that. Because I never know what is wrong with her.
Some parents are very good in time out your children, right? Learn to time out yourself.
Yeah, I think that's very important also.
Learn to time out yourself.
Mm.
What do I mean by that? You tell your children reverse psychology. You know, sometimes I give your time out, right? I need to time out myself.
Mm.
Your children will go,
Shock. They'll go shock. I think if my mother ever do that to her, to herself, I'll be like really shocked, like, huh, 我妈妈 time out leh, whoa, kind of thing. Yeah,
uh, if there is no way you can write how to do parenting into a book lah. If
yeah.
there is a book, it's like infinity pages
I
because
think
everybody
there
will,
is a book, but it's just very simple, basic guide, like basic guide to parenting or something like that.
but then and again, all children are different,
True, true.
so in a nutshell, give your mind a holiday sometime.
Mm,
Learn to time out yourself.
mm,
Surprise them, but don't time out all the time. Your children think you xiao. you know. But the thing is, they say that, hey, Daniel, okay, I usually Daniel and Joy because they are my children. Hey,
yes.
Daniel and Joy, I need to time out myself. Sometimes I don't use the word time out because they're old enough. They're teenagers now. So I say, I need a moment. When they were in primary school, I already exercised that. I need a moment. I need to be quiet by myself because I need to sort things out. So I need to be by myself. And I tell you, your children are the most considerate person, even more considerate than adults. They'll surprise you, okay? Because the moment you tell them, or if they're playing at toys, yeah, especially sometimes some boys stand there, and they're oh, you're like, don't know what the hell they're playing with, okay? Then you gently, you don't beat them lah, you tap them and say that, it's a, um, I need a very quiet environment now because I worry if the environment is not quiet enough, right? I don't want to accidentally throw my attention on you. And you go, oh, really immediate effect one, really immediate exit one.
Yeah, I mean that's because they know that you already pre-warned them, like I guess that's why they would actually prevent from anything.
Oh, don't
Um,
see like angry like hell. Like so the thing is, give yourself a self holiday in the mind.
yeah, even your son right now also saying, no, 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 please don't, please don't.
Give yourself a holiday in the mind.
Hmm.
You are easing your emotions.
Hmm.
It first comes from the mind.
Yeah,
So
that's
learn
true.
to give here a mind a holiday. If we sleep, sleep lah. If we eat, go and eat lah, but go and exercise or don't make yourself wrong like a ball lah. Huh? So, but
在说我吗？
don't make yourself wrong like a ball.
在说我吗？我像球吗？
就是你这样，我在
我长得像一粒球吗？
你有一点像。
唉，
No, no,
我知道我要减肥，OK。
okay, just in case you don't know, Ivan is 50, okay, and I find great enthusiasm in agitating him. So whenever we meet in person, right, I make it a point to annoy him.
Yeah. Yes. If you guys saw my live stream, IRL live stream a few times, when we went to Changi Jewel, she was
Annoying.
99% annoying me, and I have to like trying to keep calm and not go crazy like her. But oh, that always that 1% that I always fall into is go crazy with her anyway. So yeah. And
But
yeah,
you're
so
not a person, you don't bluff.
I do enjoy lah. I do enjoy lah. I do enjoy my god sister's accompaniment because she's always the one who will bring colors and light to my life, even though when I'm like in the darkest moment of my life. She has always been there to cheer me up. She has always been there to give me advice. She and vice versa. Whenever she had some issue, she will talk to me, and if I can help her, and I will help her. Um, for example, she was bullied online. I was one of the first few people that actually stood up for her and defended her throughout the whole moment. even without knowing the true story, until I know the true story, I still defended her. And those people who bullied her got their well deserved punishment at the same time. And I was really happy for helping Feline for all this. Yeah. And Doreen 姐在上线了，她就说哈哈，差不多了 Ivan when I say that 长得像球，然后 she said and 你的儿子就说 understandable，OK，and Doreen 姐说 Feline Happy Mother's Day。Yeah, so thank you for that, Doreen 姐. Love you as well. Um, yeah, so like I mentioned, there are many times where we feel uncontrollable urge to vent out ourselves and stuff, which I think can be a very logical
It's
topic
a human thing.
for a next podcast if I ever have one again with Folin Jie, because I think that she's very knowledgeable, she has a lot of experience, and I think that we can really talk a lot. It's just a difference in location where if we have to meet, I either meet at her place or meet at central place because she will not come to Jurong.
Yes.
The only time when she come to Jurong is when her children come to Jurong for services, right?
And no, no, the one I purposely travel to Jurong, meet you at the McDonald's. I tear you some more basket. This person, heartless for God.
I mean, yes, but we also went out also. We didn't like just hang out in Jurong.
Angry.
不要 angry 啦，Mother Day 嘞，不要 angry。Yeah, so let's just say a few ending messages. Like I feel that it's really important that for parents to even for mothers, single or not mothers, for future mothers, for children especially, Mother's Day is not don't have to celebrate Mother's Day today per se, or must die only celebrate Mother's Day on Mother's Day, or thank your mother only on Mother's Day. You can thank your mother any time of the day. You can thank her from morning to night until she tell you to stop thanking her also no problem. Correct?
And too
Um
much also, mother find you annoying.
yeah, too much is annoying, but you don't have to thank her. I mean, being a mother itself is a thankless job. Being a mother is she's already an unsung hero to us. She can be a Wonder Woman every day, but I hope that we will always be appreciative of your mother, of your own mother, because even if you do not say per se you don't have a mother, let's just touch wood lah, huh? Okay, example, you are an orphan, or you have been abandoned. Okay, you still have a motherly figure. I'm very sure of that. If unless you're telling me that you have been living in this planet since day one till now, you do not have someone to look up to that do not that did not take care of you at all, which I don't think so. The only person that I think of that has such an issue would be maybe um Pinocchio, because Pinocchio did not really have a mother and he only had a
Yes,
fatherly.
father.
Yeah, he has a father, that's all, right? He don't have a motherly love
The
per se,
father is
except
the
from the Blue
father.
Fairy. But if you look at other people, like even Mowgli from the Jungle Book, he has a mother wolf, a mother who is well, a wolf who
A wolf
he
mother
adopted
lah.
mother, yeah, that took care of him and made sure that he's living, surviving well, right? So I would say that even though you don't really have a mother, biological or not, you still have someone who is a motherly figure to you, who take care of you, who tells you that it is okay, that everything is going to be fine, who makes sure that you are well clothed, well sheltered, and well fed. This person, just thank that person. It's just like me thanking my god uncle outside, who I always disturb him and annoy him, and he will always annoy me back. And last night, before I went to bed, I even disturbed him and I said, "舅舅, 母亲节快乐." And he got the shock of his life. He's like, "Hey, 我又不是妈妈，怎么你跟我讲母亲节?" I was like, 因为 and then I explained to him and I said, because you have been doing some things that my mother can't perform right now for me. For example, like making sure that I'm well fed, making sure that uh the house is livable, is clean and everything. You clean the house and you make sure that, huh? Sorry.
Uncle do welfare, yeah, uncle. Can you hear me, uncle?
他谁他在外面I think 他在对面咖啡店 so 不用讲啦 don't need to talk he
Oh
can't
God,
hear. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so
what
I did say like, because you to me you are like a motherly figure in a way, and he got the shock of his life. And I say it's not an offense, by the way. It is literally something that a praise, because apart from my mother, who I say my happy Mother's Day, I'm saying to you, who I treat as a motherly figure because of the things that you do to me. Like for example, when I'm feeling unwell, he will make sure that he prepare porridge for me. He will know, he knows what are my preferences for food. He knows I don't like fatty stuff. He will purposely not cook fatty stuff for me. He knows that I like eating runny egg yolk. He will purposely when he buy fried rice from opposite zi char, he will purposely tell that person, please make sure that the egg yolk is runny. Things, tiny details such as this that I would say I would only my mother would know. He knows as well because my mother told him.
So
And he
ladies and
would,
gentlemen, if you see him on the road, buy him runny egg for on the fried rice. Huh?
yeah, if yeah, you want to get my attention, yes, do that. I mean, like there are these are all the minor details that not everybody knows that only a
Mm.
person who has this so-called motherly figure or fatherly figure would know, that they know what you want, what you like, what you do not like. I don't think most of my friends, in fact, I dare say that even my best friend don't know all these things. Yeah, so these are the things that you should wish him Father's Day next month. Yes, Doreen姐, I will. Yeah. So you see, these are things that are minor details that not everybody would take notice of. Even your friend or even your lover or your loved one, some might not even know. And I feel that these are the reason why I say that Mother's Day it's not just for mother per se. It's for anyone who you feel that has this motherly instinct for you. Yeah. So once again, I want to say thank you for coming over to my stream, Feline Jie, and I hope that this will not be the last time because I really enjoy talking to you and hearing your
Enjoy mine.
insight. Yeah, and I hope that you don't disturb me. I mean, not you can disturb me,
Ask for it.
not
You
every
know
day
that
lah,
I
huh?
say I cannot help.
Yeah, especially I mean, it's okay for you to disturb me lah. I really also enjoy, especially like I'm very sure my viewers will also enjoy me
I
being
don't know.
disturbed
It's
when they
like a
don't.
chemical reaction.
Yes. That's why you are my god sister and my god brother because we have this very close chemistry where we
On
feel that
our
we
friendship.
are very
I don't
close. Yeah, we can
not
talk
create
about
him to come
everything
and
under the
annoy
sun.
you. But because he know that you need someone older to 压住你, right? So create me is so much more 7 years older than you.
I
I
don't
am
have that
seven
kind of
years
fetish, by
older.
the way.
I am 7 years older than him. I am 40 years old. 你们去算.
There, Doreen Jie, you know what she say? She say, haha, continue to ignore him, Ferlin. Doreen
Annoy you.
姐，我
Annoy.
Doreen 姐，我做了什么事啊？你要这样对我。
I love you, Gabriel.
I also love you too, lah, Doreen 姐. Okay, yeah.
I love
So,
all of you.
I seriously hope that we will continue a lot of enjoyable topic together because Feline Jie is really knowledgeable. Um she has experienced many issues, including bullying to um verbal abuse to
A lot of
uh
things lah.
a lot of things that I cannot really say much on stream right now.
Mm.
But she is really experienced and knowledgeable, and I would love to always talk to her about things. And
It's
in
not
fact,
the knowledge, but I think more of the life
experience,
experience.
yeah, the life experience, yeah. So I would say that if we ever have a podcast again in future, I will meet up with her and we can like sit at a cafe if possible nearby you lah, 哈，不要讲我没良心。To even chill there, to even talk there. I hope those cafe actually allow us because I think we'll bring a lot of revenue by sitting there just by eating and drinking also. Yeah.
Mm.
Um and yeah, oh, Feline Jie, she didn't mean ignore. She say, oops, typo, it irritate him. I mean, yeah, Feline Jie will never stop irritating me one lah. She will never stop one lah.
Yes, you
I
are.
think by the time I reach my deathbed, she will still irritate me to the extent 我跟 God
But we all enter
讲我不要了，我不要了，带我回家了，带我回天宫了。
the early gates, right? When we go to the other side, we serve in God's ministry
Yeah,
already.
I think
Then
she will
after
still
that,
continue to
for
irritate me
us,
there one ah.
you put me at the place, right? Can very easily go annoy.
I think I'll ask God like God, please put me in somewhere where I have solitude ah. Like put me in some 冷宫, please. Like cold palace where I work
Occasionally,
alone.
occasionally when he pee, he needs to be annoyed.
Like 我不懂我是天 天为何要这样对我？You know，为什么要派这个干姐姐来欺负我？But okay, it's I mean these are all jokes. These are all jokes. I'm not serious. Okay, by the way, Ferlin 姐 and Doreen 姐 and Irene 姐 and all the 姐 on all my on in our cell group are all to me, to be honest, I would consider them my motherly figure. Even though, okay, to be honest, they are not married or a mother yet. To they still treat me like a younger brother.
I'm married.
They
I'm married.
yes, of course. Apparently you're in the cell group. You're the only married mother. I mean, apart from brother Cliff's wife, lah. Obviously, you are the yeah. I mean, okay, wait. I suddenly brain like 过来一个 like 有人在要死 Ivan 讲这种东西。Yeah, yeah. You sure? No. I'm very sure that I said the wrong word already. I mean, there's of course Samantha 姐 and who else? 我要拿出来我电话。还有谁？哇，很多姐啊！All my cell group member, all the 姐，all the 结婚没有结婚的呀。Whoa man，还有
woman.
Faith 姐啦，呃，还有谁？
Annie,
还有 Annie 姐
Annie.
啦，还有 Grace 姐啦，还有 Rina 姐啦，all the 姐s yeah. So all these people who are, to me considered sister, who have taken care of me when I joined the cell group, they are all very very nice and all have expressed their motherly or sisterly side to me, where I am very touched because whenever I feel down and they can see it, they will always talk to me, call me, text me, and ask if I'm okay. And whenever they need help with say technological stuff, I will always be very very upfront and be able to help them whenever I can. Even if I cannot, I will always find solutions for them. I will never tell them, 自己去找你 answer 啦，自己去做你东西啊，不要吵我可以吗？ I never ever did that. Yeah, because they are really, to be honest, a person who I would say, uh, not stuck with for life, but more of a that I want to um continue my fellowship, this life with all of them, even to the extent where I start have when I have my own family, when I have my own children. I hope that by that time you guys will still be there to guide me and nurture me, so that make sure that I don't become a bad person, bad father, bad uncle, bad grandfather kind of person. Yeah, so yeah, 你们真的是 很伟大的人来的 unsung hero of my life. Because my mother obviously is not in Singapore. You guys are like the secondary person that I can look up to in terms of providing the motherly love and all as well. 嗯，哎呦，等一下，维丽姐 say 什么？没有白疼你呀、哈哈哈哈耶，没有，真的没有白疼我。So yeah，等一下，你讲话很小声，你要靠近 microphone 一下啊。哎呀，哎呀，冷笑话嘞！哎
At least I
呀，
creative 哦。
哎，OK，yes，that's true，that's true，你是很创意的人。OK 啦，我们要 end 了了，因为要7点了。We have been talking for almost two hours actually. 1 hour and 45 minutes to be exact.
嗯
I would really appreciate that. We will continue this topic again. Not really Mother's Day, but we'll talk about more stuff. And yeah. And next time can have other input, for example, like your husband's or Daniel's or Joy's, or Joy. I mean Joy, not Joyce. Joy. Yeah. Because um, yeah, because you guys are like the most, I would say, interactive people. Yeah, and Feline, and Doreen Jie, see you later. I mean, another time, not later, but see you soon. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, so I feel that this topic, right, it really brings out a lot of emotion for me because to be exact, you saw, right, I was about to tear and I control myself. To be exact, I'm trembling. I was trembling just now. Because of the emotions that I have. Yeah, and yeah, we'll just end lah, saying that Happy Mother's Day to all of you out there, especially motherly figures. If Kanma you're watching, Happy Mother's Day to you as well. Ferlin 姐 Happy Mother's Day to you as well. I hope your son 啊，你的儿子啊，最好是跑出来抱你妈妈了哈，我讲啊，讲了哈，不要躲在那个门后面了哦。啊and of course, yeah, and Happy Mother's Day to all the future mothers, those who are pregnant, trying to get their, trying to start a family as well. Happy Mother's Day to all of you, because if there are no mothers out there, there will be no more other people. There will be no more children, no more example me. There'll be no me. There'll be no other people out there, and we are all very important people. I mean, not very important like VIP, but we are important to each other, each and one of our life, because 没有 like I always say before I end my stream, without if there is no Perry or there's no Ivan, if there is none of you guys supporting me. So yeah, this is really important. Do you have a closing message you want to say, Falin Jie?
Learn to give your mind a holiday sometimes.
Mm,
Learn to time out yourself sometimes.
mm, yeah.
Uh, break away from unnecessary fight.
Mm,
So when a parenting kind of challenge come, right? If it's not your battle, don't pick lah. If it's a better, form a community and embrace it together.
yeah.
Challenges are meant to be embraced.
Mm,
You hear me correctly. Challenges are meant to be embraced because I promise you, it'll make you a better parent.
mm. Okay.
But don't do it yourself by yourself.
Don't fight the
That's it.
war by yourself. Fight the war with someone else who is willing to stand beside you. Right?
But
Mm,
go for those positive, toxic people. You can be positive yet toxic, okay? Because there's something called fake positive. So don't go for fake positive people.
yeah. Don't go for plastic people lah, technically.
Because they will drain energy. Anya, stay positive. Oh, I just need to stay happy. Oh, you shouldn't frown. You shouldn't frown. You shouldn't frown. Now be you frown yourself. Oops, I just scolded.
Oh,
I mean,
哦，扣1块钱。等一下，我要 claim 1块了。等一下我要跟你 claim 1块钱啊，自己自动啊，
okay, like,
自动啊。
no, the thing is like, please stay away from toxic positive people because you won't be surprised that they drain your energy even more than people who are factually toxic.
嗯
I'm serious
嗯
because uh it is like that.
嗯
I shall not explain why. I think you also know why.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I want to thank you guys all again for watching our stream, for this podcast that Ferlin Jie over here has joined us for this special podcast for Mother's Day Part 2. So if you guys haven't watched Part 1, right, it is on my VOD. I'll upload on YouTube as well as this video right here. And yeah, if you guys have any comments, right, do let me know if I can how I can improve. And yeah, so thank you for Lin Jie for coming. I will end our Zoom call here, and I'll talk to you again soon. We'll meet up again
Yeah.
soon, okay?
Okay, ice cream
Yes,
Don't
ice cream. 如果不是在那个 Fat Cat Cafe，就是在那个昨天云丽姐去的那个。
There's one more new one at block 509.
不知道嘞，他们怎么 hot and 什么的，吃ice cream popiah 的嘞。
Oh, that one is another one. That one is
Oh,
another
is
one.
it? It's at Bedok Reservoir one, right?
Recently, no, that one is Bedok Reservoir. I'm talking about the one at Bedok North.
Okay. So we're gonna end the topic here. We talk more later, okay? We talk more later. So okay, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna end the topic here, and I'll see you again for Lin Jie. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So wait, one moment, guys. Let me get my camera out. Okay, where's my camera? Uh, this one. All right, so yeah, so thank you all for coming over to my stream. I hope that you guys really enjoy this insightful talk and all the jokes and everything else under the sun with regards to mother and motherly love and Mother's Day. I totally did enjoy myself talking to Feline Jie. She's actually one of the one of the person that I would talk to and consult with regards to issues that I'm having in life, be it relationship or parental issues with my parents. She's always one of the first few people beside my cell group leaders to talk to, and she always have this motherly instinct to tell me that if I'm doing things right or wrong, and if there's any need for me to improve. And I hope that you guys really enjoy listening to me talking to her as much as I enjoy listening to what she has to say. Without further ado, let me go and check out who we can rate, and then after that, I'll just send you guys over their way while I go head for eat my dinner. All right. Let's see who's online. Let's see. Nobody I know that is doing a podcast right now, so I might send you guys to a wholesome person that I know of. Okay? And I hope you guys would be nice enough to stay there and enjoy your stay there, to be honest. This person is very, very wholesome. Okay? One moment, yeah? I just type the message out. Okay, and please do rate, copy this message for the rate message. All right, this freeze. This is a raid. Put your hands up in the air. Dooms, dooms, dooms. Okay, this is a message that I customized for my raids, and we are going to raid. Who should I raid? Actually, eh, where did that person go? Wait. ちょっと待ってください. Ah, okay. Pog. All right, we're gonna rate Super Cubby, and I just want to thank you guys for coming over again, once again, for coming to watch my stream, especially Daniel for supporting me and listening to what your mother have to say. And I hope that you have given her a hug since that we end the stream already. And yeah, uh, thank you all for staying over for this almost 2 hour stream. Remember to stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy. And I hope that you guys have a good day, good afternoon, good night, good evening, or yeah, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night to wherever you're from. All right. Happy Mother's Day once again, and I hope to see you guys real soon. Bye. Let's go raiding.